This is Enough Said Sports.
Hey guys, happy Tuesday morning. I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you with another impromptu video. Vegas is at it again. There is a cheese alert on tonight's game between the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks, Game 6 of the NBA Finals. And for those of you who are new to this content, don't know what a cheese alert is, it is when Vegas has unusual line activity based upon the money that's coming in on one side or the other, and they're not reacting in the way that they typically would in these situations. So there was a cheese alert on the last game in this series, and so I'm just going to get right into it. So basically, what is going on is this. First of all, I thought that the line opened up at minus 4.5 in most places. Now it's -5 in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, I thought the line was a little bit high considering the public's perception. Okay, not my personal perception, but the public's perception of these two teams being very evenly matched and being very close to one another as far as point spread is concerned. I would assume that this thing would have opened up around 3.5 or so and hovered around there. So that's the first thing. So I thought very quickly that the line would get bet down because I knew that the public perception is that the Phoenix Suns are going to cover this 5. And there's a lot out there, or most think, that the Phoenix Suns are going to be able to force a Game 7 in this situation. So I would have thought that this line would have come down by now, and I'm not seeing that. But I will tell you what I am seeing. I'm seeing over 70% of all monies on the Phoenix Suns for this contest and growing by the minute. It seems like all the money's coming in on the Phoenix Suns, and not only is the money coming in on the Phoenix Suns at the +5, it's actually coming in on the Phoenix Suns on the money line. The Phoenix Suns have more money on them on the money line, being 5-point underdogs, than the Milwaukee Bucks do, being the favorites at home, which is highly, highly unusual that Vegas has not adjusted to this. And for those of you who don't know what Vegas's goals are, it's like this. Vegas, in a perfect world, Vegas wants to put 50% of the money on one side and 50% of the money on this side, on the other side, to make an even match because they get a little bit of a return on all bets. So in most bets, they're going to get 15 cents per each dollar on all bets in most cases, okay? So for every dollar you spend, you actually get a return of about 85 or 90 cents plus your initial bet, okay? Vegas is keeping that difference. So when that happens, it's more advantageous for them so that they don't have a lot of exposure one way or the other to keep that line as close to 50% as possible. And to achieve this, when so much money comes in on one side, Vegas will adjust the line down or up to invite you to go on to the other side. So for example, in this situation, this line should be getting smaller because all the money is on the Phoenix Suns again tonight. So this line should be probably between 2.5 and 3, considering the disparity in monies, to then encourage bettors to put money on the Milwaukee Bucks to try and get this thing closer to even than it is right now. Vegas is not responding to that, okay? So they're not responding to the exposure that they're having right now, which is why I'm calling a cheese alert on this one. 100%, don't take the cheese. They're begging you to take the Phoenix Suns tonight. They're leaving the line just like it is for a reason. They're trying to get as many people on the Phoenix Suns tonight as possible. And just like I've said in previous videos, guys, what you have to understand is Vegas has understanding and knowledge of more than what you have understanding and knowledge of. They understand if somebody's injured and that media doesn't know. They understand if there's a disparity or an issue in the locker room, two players are into it, and they understand illnesses. Sometimes somebody might be ill, they might be sick, they might have a cold, they might have the flu, something like that, and they know it and they take advantage of it, okay? And these are things that are not publicized. For example, there was one in Game 3. It comes out later on that Devin Booker actually had hamstring tightness. Nobody knew that. It was very, very few people knew about it until after the game was over, and you saw the result of that. So that's just a prime example of what's going on out there as far as how Vegas sets these things. And something is up again tonight. They understand something, and they know, and they have a pretty good hunch that the Milwaukee Bucks are going to cover this tonight, and they're trying to get you to bet on the Phoenix Suns so they can take advantage of you. Now, a couple things real quick I want to add to this a little bit. I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things also that you need to be aware of in this contest going in. The lineups for the officials just came out, and I don't know if you guys have been following it or know, but Scott Foster is the head official tonight. He and Chris Paul have a major vendetta against each other, and whether it's real or perceived to be real or whatever, Chris Paul, I think, has it in his head that Scott Foster's out to get him. Chris Paul has lost his last 11 matchups with Scott Foster as the head referee. I think that that's going to be a factor tonight. And I don't think Scott Foster's going to call this game unfairly. I don't mean it in that regard. I think mentally against the Phoenix Suns, it's going to be a tough one to overcome in that regard. I don't think that's a good sign for them tonight. Also, with that being said, I also want to speak to the disparity or the public perception that the Phoenix Suns are better than the Milwaukee Bucks. The reality of it is, guys, I've heard various media outlets, and you have to be really, really careful with these media outlets as well, because these media outlets are, I believe, I don't have any evidence of this, but I personally believe the media outlets work in conjunction with Vegas, okay? I think they try to help control public perception, and I think they try to help drive the dollars in on the side that Vegas wants them to drive the dollars in on. Now, does it always work out for Vegas? No, it doesn't. Sometimes the public wins. The public won in game 1 and 2 of this very series. But you got to keep in mind, too, Vegas does not make it a habit of losing contests like this, okay? They do not lose continuously over and over again. And the reality of it is that I like Vegas's chances of getting this one right as well. So you have to be really careful with these media outlets. But where I was going with that is I keep hearing the media outlets say over and over again that the Phoenix Suns are the better team. Guys, there's no evidence of that. There's no reason to believe that. The Phoenix Suns don't have the best player on the floor. That's Giannis. Chris Middleton and Devin Booker are a push, because the reality of it is Devin Booker's had a couple great games these past couple games, but I've also seen the guy go for 10 points. Okay, same as Chris Middleton. I've seen Chris Middleton go for 40, and I've seen him go for 10. So I think that's a push. And at this point, I'll take Jrue Holiday over Chris Paul, mainly because of the defensive end. Jrue Holiday is a much better defender, and he's definitely been getting the best of Chris Paul. And so I don't see any reason to believe that the Phoenix Suns are better than them. And in addition to that, guys, it comes down to one thing. The Phoenix Suns cannot get a rebound when they need to get a rebound. The reality of it is that this Milwaukee Bucks team, they're too big, they're too strong down low. They cannot stop the Milwaukee Bucks on the offensive or defensive glass. That is going to be the difference again tonight. I believe both teams are going to not shoot as well as they've been shooting. And I'm telling you right now, guys, don't take the cheese. Vegas is trying to feed it to you. Don't take it. I'm telling you right now, Milwaukee Bucks win tonight. They cover. This thing is over. Milwaukee Bucks will end tonight's game as NBA champions, and they'll do it in a very comfortable fashion. So let me know, as always, guys, what you think. Appreciate all the support. And, hey, we're gonna finish this NBA season off tonight. Appreciate it, guys. Talk to you soon. And let me know in the comments again what your thoughts are, and we'll talk to you again really soon. Thanks, guys.